Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I thought I wanted to give you a brief peek into my junk journal. So far I have journaled for every day this year, and there have been some weekends primarily where I kind of skip a day, or I forget, or I just don't make time to journal, and I go back and fill it in the next day. So I just wanted to show you a little bit of that. I was a little hesitant because there are some entries where I know I've, of course, because I'm not expecting anybody to read this, so I have been pretty open about some things, but I don't think you'll be able to read it anyway. Like, I feel like my handwriting, if you're not focusing on it, then it'll take you a while to decipher probably. But like I mentioned in one of my previous videos, this is a Hobonichi cover, and I am using my Mr. Rouge chunky journal from my shop. And something that's actually kind of fun is that I marked I tracked the weight of the book before I started adding into the month of January. And after January was over, I did another measurement. I weighted it again, just because I wanted to see what all the little ephemera is doing. Not that I'm adding much, but it's just enough where I'm just curious. And even though I knew I wanted to probably do more drawing, more sketches, whatever, it's becoming more of a journal, and I'm just adding ephemera and my own writing. So, which is okay. Like, it is what it is. I just, things will evolve into whatever they are, and that's it. So when I first started the book, it was at 1 pound 2 ounces, and at the end of January it was at 1 pound 3.6. So it added a whole 1.6 ounce, which is actually not a lot, but I also haven't done extensive addition of ephemera. I don't think. It's just tiny little papers and stickers and some glue and a little bit of washi tape. So you'll see I have been using these little daily rip-off calendar thingies from Paper Treats. Well, that's where I got it from. The brand is Paper Message, I believe, if I remember correctly. So I began strong. I was like, let me just do a full day, and it was the first of the year, so I wanted something like yellowy and shiny and whatever. That worked out. And I'm using these cool little gel pens from Kako. The company is called Kako, K-A-C-O, and there's quite a, like, I think 12 or 14 different colors. So I've been like switching it up a little bit just to kind of differentiate each entry. So that's how I started. Like, none of the ephemera besides the daily stickers have anything to do with the day, except here I think I guess I did eat a banana, and it had the Chiquita banana, of course. But yeah, I'm just kind of focused on using my ephemera, my stickers, my collage thingies, just because I have so many things. So far, this is very me, like doing not a whole thing, but like framing the page with the corner piece is so very me. I just can't get away from that. Like, look, I did it here. I don't know, it's just what I do. Yeah, this was one of my least favorites so far, just because, like, I was still doing a full page and I didn't have much to say, and I used up a little bit of like my cut up paper packing tape from my shop, and then I had all this space, so I started adding stickers just because I was like, well, this is like so stupid to see all that blank space, in my opinion. This was kind of fun. This, so far up to here, this had been like my favorite, just because of this little collage mess that I did. It was just so random, nothing to do with each other, and it was kind of cute. And then this is when I started, I was like, okay, well, maybe I don't need to take a full page for an entry. I can, share the page, and it is what it is. So I did that. I didn't have a lot to say on what was this, Tuesday, so I glued Wednesday on top, and I was like, okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Here, I probably could do some washi tape. I probably will go back and fill it in with some washi tape just because visually it kind of bothers me. This was probably another fun just because I loved that mustardy color, and I loved all of these like little colors. This was, oh, I was like, why do I have amarillo stickers? I can immediately tell that this is when I launched my proprietary inks because of my stickers. So that's what happened. Yeah, so here I'm kind of dividing up. I like this collage a little bit just because the colors kind of go well with each other. And oh, okay, let me see. I'm just looking back. This one surprisingly doesn't have a little collage border or anything. It's just the daily page itself, which is okay. So far, Sunday the 12th was my favorite illustration so far, just because of all the colors, and I love florals. So that was one of my favorites. Again, this one, I really did enjoy this little collage just because it kind of like all the colors kind of talk to each other. It was very, very nice. This is probably my least favorite. Well, not my least. There's like way worse than this one. But at this point, I was like, I don't think I'm into it. It's just so heavy with like the red and green and then the black, and you almost can't see it. So anyway, very empty here, but that's okay. This was fun. Actually, I visually now I can see that my parents visited because I remember journaling about that, and I remember looking down on like in the in my backyard. You guys have probably seen, if you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, that in my backyard I get these monk parrots. Surprisingly, when I first encountered them, I thought it was somebody's lost pet because it was just one, and then like two, three, four more started coming up, and like to the point where I have counted 17 of them at one time, feeding off of my bird feeders, which is awesome. So anyway, we had a lot of parrots visiting that day, and this is Chicago, by the way. And I saw one of their little feathers on the ground, so I picked it up and put it in my journal because I thought that was cute. Sorry, a quick little coffee break. This little sticker is from Audrey. Audrey, what's her full name? I'll put it in the comments. She's really big on TikTok, and that's how I found her. But she does cool stickers, and I forget I think it had a phrase behind this Monday thing, but it kind of worked to frame the day, and this is super cute, and the colors like go really nicely with it. This page 22 and 23 was kind of fun just because of how like I did 22 first, and then when I was doing 23, which that's a fun little daily page. I think this is a sweet potato. Super cute. I did this. I added this sticker from Yoseca Stationery, and I kind of like how it like all became one big collage. So that's kind of interesting. Let's see what else. It's just very random, friends. I may actually keep going until like into February, just because why not? This was cute. This is, I didn't want to glue this down and cover that little picture, so I just added some washi there. Ooh, this was fun. We went to Pop Mart in Chicago, and well, actually, we didn't. I did because I had a haircut appointment, and I ran into Pop Mart really quick, and I bought two the Monsters Coca-Cola blind boxes, and surprisingly, I got the secret. So I'll put a little picture here of that little guy, but it's super cute. And here I was like, I'm just getting tired of having to do collages on top of or behind the day. So I just did highlighter, and that was fun. On Wednesday the 5th, my friend Jats, she didn't surprise me. She knew I knew she had sent me a Kindle cover, but it arrived, so I saved a little gift message. Thank you, Jats, for that cover. It's actually, why am I'm lying because she sent the Kindle. She sent the whole Kindle, and it arrived, and then a week later she sent me this beautiful cover. So, and I added a little Amarillo sticker to it. So thank you, Jats. I'm enjoying my Kindle, by the way. I highly, for people who are against Kindles, I was one of them. I get it now. I completely get it. Look into it. It's so handy. Anyway, so that's that. These are cute. I'm starting to enjoy these like little soft colors where like I'm basically letting the little sticker or the daily page illustration do the talking with a little bit of accent. And even here, like I found this little balloon stickers, and they're super cute. 8-9, I think that was a weekend, and I was like, yeah, nothing special happened. I was just at home, so super short days. And today, so I'm recording this on Saturday the 15th. So by the time you see this, it'll be way ahead, but that's okay. But I have not done Friday the 14th, which is Valentine's Day. And the Thursday the 13th was one of the shortest entries. And I remember why, because I'm so annoyed with work stuff going on right now. So it is what it is. But anyway. Okay, friends, after recording that video, I decided, let me just go ahead and finish up the rest of the month, and then I can go back and do another quick little tour of what is going on. So as you can see, I'm starting to like these like 3 days per page type of thing, and I think that's perfect. Like I'm not having to bother about thinking of a lot to write. They can be short and sweet little entries. I am still doing my little highlighting that I started here on the left. It's just, I was trying to pick a little contrasting color and just a way to add more decoration, because I don't know if I showed you this earlier, but this is a random little baggie of very random ephemera. And sometimes like it just doesn't fit like the look and feel of the little illustration. So I was just like, okay, let me just color little highlighter, and then on the back I actually used that same space because that time, let me see, yes, the pink did show through a little bit, and so I was like, well, I'll just do a little bit more on this side. And thankfully on this side I just covered it up with some ephemera. You can still see a little bit of the blue coming through, but it's not a lot. So yeah, you have these days. I don't think these days don't have any type of ephemera that pertains to the day or the activities or what went through that day. So I just immediately looking at this, I couldn't tell you what happened on any day. But if it's like, it looks like a work week, so I've just been working from home a lot. Unless, let me see, there was one day, okay, no, yeah, this day I did have to go into the office for an event. So I did talk about walking in low degree weather, but I don't have any all I have from that are videos and a few pictures, and I don't have like a, I guess I could print with my printer, but I don't have any other images, so that's okay. This was one of my favorite images. February 21. Just because I like the little pastel-y colors of the illustration. The type of illustration was a little bit more like um not kiddish, but just a little bit looser. It's not like this kind of harsh illustration, in my opinion. And I think I remember that Jats, my friend Jats, got her calendar, and that was the first thing that she was showing. So that was kind of cute. These I'm getting into, like, I think you can see that there was not a lot of color um in my opinion. It's just very muted colors. And so here I'm starting to, like, with the day itself, it's a little bit more colorful, and I'm starting to add a few little contrasting elements. And this is kind of interesting. 25 and 26, I had these, like, I have big stickers from Audrey, and I'll link her shop here that she sent me, actually. And I've been wanting to use them, but I was like, it just, the sticker itself takes up so much space. So I was like, oh, well, maybe I can cut the sticker in half and just use one half here and then the other half later. So I did Tuesday 25th here, and then the following day I was like, oh, well, I have that other sticker, the other half, so I just put it up there. So that was kind of fun. And this little piece of ephemera, I had it in this little baggie, but I was like, okay, well, I want to use that, and it's kind of big, so I just decided, like on Sunday or Monday, I glued it down here, and I was like, I'm gonna glue it down, and it will be what it will be. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with it later, but it's gonna come around, and it's gonna do something. And I'm really happy that I did that, just because Thursday and Friday turned out to be like super busy work days, and I just kind of lumped that entry into one, and I did a full writing in gray with like my Lamy Safari, and it's a small nib, so there was no issue with like bleeding or show through or whatever. Plus it's a gray ink and it's very soft, so no issues there. And so that was the last day of the month, and last night I was working on March 1st because it was actually a very eventful day for us. And then we came home, and I don't know if it was like we were away for so long and my puppies hadn't used the restroom, but like Diego, I think he's probably a little bloated or something, because he's just not acting his little chipper self. So we'll see. We're monitoring that. But he did eat, and today I'm recording this Sunday morning. He did use the restroom, so I'm hoping he starts to come around here soon. But anyway, friends, that is the state of the journal so far. And let me see, I did weigh the book at the end of February, and it went up. It keeps going up 1 ounce every time I weigh it, so it's up to 1 pound 4 ounces. And let's see if I can show you. It's coming along. As somebody who loves to see a notebook being used, it's coming along pretty nicely. And even though I put a little pen loop here, because I keep using a different pen with every entry, I just haven't dedicated a pen to here, but that's okay. At least I have one there. So anyway, thanks for watching, friends. I'll catch you again later. And by the way, I always forget to say this, but if you like the video, please give it a like. If you like my little content, please subscribe. It'll help me out a lot. I appreciate all of you being here. I know sometimes my videos can be a little funky. And thank you so much for watching, friends. I'll catch you again later. Bye-bye.